Have you heard about, because the 4th was also, I knew it was some date, but it was, what was it? Some planetary shift or something happened. Some planet moved into a new alignment or something. So there was something
I
going on. And then there's
don't
something
know.
on the 10th, and then it goes up to the 21st. So we're in for a bit of a ride, I think, till the end of the year.
Well, I'm not really, I don't follow astrology at all. I do know that when there's a full moon and, all of this sort of stuff, but I'm not up on it at all. Braca the Goldsmith is someone, if you want to follow the stars, Braca Goldsmith. And she also channels the Pleiadians.
Okay. Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out because I'm interested in that, but I'm not. Yeah, I definitely don't know that much about it. I was listening to David Wolf before, and he was saying he uses it to trade crypto. He's using astrology to trade crypto. I was like, what? So you never know. All right, we all ready?
You could, if you believed it, read tea leaves to trade crypto.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Whatever happened to tea leaves, right? That used to be big, didn't it? Reading tea leaves. Everyone's drinking coffee. That's a problem. All right. What's the date? 6 tomorrow? Yeah, 6 to I guess 10. God.
For the 10th, yeah.
Monday, 6 to 10, yeah. All right. Hello and welcome to another Tarot with a Twist on Spiral Up. My name's Campbell and we have, of course, with us Jo, who joins us every week for a trip through the tarots. For the coming week, we'll have a bit of a reading. And of course, if you've been paying attention, lots of things have been happening, lots of things have been shifting in the energy. And so, yeah, welcome, Jo.
Hey, Campbell, amazing weekend, wasn't it? We did that chanting with Bobby Richardson yesterday. That was amazing.
Yes.
That really sort of sublime alignment that happens when you enter that energy. It was gorgeous. So I've got a copy of it on my channel. If anybody wants to have a look, and you've got a copy as well, do you?
I haven't yet. I've just been sharing other people's links around, but yeah, we'll leave a link underneath so that you can go check that out. We did a chant, and there was, I think, was at least 25 of us there, and we actually all recorded our chants. And Bobby's going to mix them all into one chant and release that. So it was really good. Yeah, a lot of good energy and. Basically, we were sending it, into Australia's centre where it needs it at the moment, and everywhere that it needs it. So check it out, yeah, and chant along. Get in there and have a chant as well. So, what have we got in store for us this week? What are the cards going to say?
Okay. Well, I feel that we're being encouraged to move more and more into the heart center, more and more into a feeling place, as opposed to the analytical. And I've sort of said this before. I've said that we need to have a balance between the two, with thinking and analyzing and feeling about things. And there is a balance. But I think ultimately we move more and more where this predominates us. It predominates our choices and our movements and our concepts and our desires. And your head sort of tends to take a bit more of a back seat. So I think that's what we're moving more and more into. And in fact, I remember reading Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now many years ago. And in it, this was the first time I came across this concept that thinking like we do, thinking is just a phase of our evolution. How we think and analyze and assess is something that we grow out of. and that we become feeling beings, we become connected to here. And he always he recommends in that book, from my memory, because it's a long time since I've read it, that you shift between thinking about things and feeling about things. So you make a conscious choice to put aside that thinking process and go into feeling about it and dropping into the body. And he talks about going backwards and forwards between those two states. And it's the interim step to what I'm talking about, which is living mostly from the heart space, and then utilizing the thought when and if we need it.
Yeah.
And not letting that rule us and run us all the time.
Yeah.
E juste kumbotsi. Estako etsi itestusoko oyetsamikeka. Ezotushta atsia. Ezotushtea sokoyetsukumbokika namakika. Ezotushtea mogia takama. Ezote juje dambakiket somoya tatosta. Ezotoichea komoya. Azasiketa asieto komoya. So it's a funny concept to contemplate. What is it to not think? What is it to not be thinking all the time? It's something interesting to contemplate. Ejutesieta siekuka achetsi itenema. Ideduruki konge sa ashtuki kombokotari ketsamiatakiaka uzetoshta izetea. So a little exercise that I remember reading about many years ago about how to start that process is when you have your eyes closed and you're just breathing in and out gently, in your mind's eye, you look down into your body, into that dark well, look right down, and you wait for the thoughts to come up and watch them come up from that well. And the act of actually looking down into that well and waiting for a thought to arise actually somehow moves you into that space of no thought. So have a go at that as an exercise. Just wait, look down and wait for it to come. And you'll see that they come up much more slowly when you're waiting for them to come up. It's just an interesting exercise to do.
Awesome.
Teki kongetsa. Is it tushtea suseka umbeti kumbochetsa? Is it tushtaka ungeki kambatsia teshtu uzukuyeta kamoya? Ezotushtaka moka katse estushte ziki kombatsia takama. Ezotushtea kakon ekikenia. Azati kambakatiti ko kombatshika. Esakititi ko kanjeti kamokatati ko lelitiko chiko ungit samani amrikiko. Azakatiti ko chitaka maki katachiko unsekimiakatakusko oyetakamako. Okay, so we're going to do reading 1, 2, and 3.
All right.
So let's play out some cards. Okay, so that's the Rider-Waite's, some unicorns. The Oracle.
Right, so different packs. Am I doing 3 different readings? Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
3 different readings, and I'm using 4 different packs
to shuffle.
of cards. And here's the angels.
And yeah, no, it's definitely, there's been so much talk about, moving into our hearts and starting to feel a lot more. And of course, it's very sort of left brain, right brain, isn't it? Left brain's the thinking, words, analytical, overthinking, and the right brain's more, emotional, attachment or feeling, creativity. So yeah, jump into the right side, I guess.
Well, have a look if anybody is interested. The Heart Math Institute has been researching the heart connection for like 20 odd years.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to go and Google those guys, they talk about synchronizing the head and the heart through breath and through, awareness. And they've got all of the scientific evidence that shows what happens within the physical body when you coordinate the head and the heart. What happens when you breathe and focus and get in your heart center.
I send you one of these when you join.
Right. Yeah, it's brilliant. Okay, reading number 1. All right. So these are the 2 Rider-Waite's. So the Knight of Pentacles is asking you to move forward, keep moving forward, and be, if you can, a little bit more impetuous, be a little bit like, don't plan, but just keep going, keep moving forward. Maybe take the risky choice, take the road less traveled, is what this group number 1 is being asked to do this week. Now, to do this often means you have to let something go. When you take that path less traveled, you have to allow things to fall over, to fall away, to pass away. So don't focus upon what does fall away. Focus upon what is remaining. Focus upon the silver lining. So don't play it safe. Make that radical choice this week, group number 1. And focus upon the positiveness in that. Focus on what it brings to you and not what it makes you lose or has an effect upon letting things fall away. Because when we say make a choice that people don't agree with, people may abandon us. People may not love us the way that we have expected them to love us. So if they can't allow you to choose your own path, then are they the right people, say, for example, to be in your life? So that's the 2 Rider-Waite's. Now I pulled the Gaia Oracle card for the reading number 1. And that is actually the Gaia card. So I'm going to read that out for that first group. So it's number 5. Okay. Wisdom, knowledge, and spiritual understanding. The Gaia card is the most powerful card in the deck. It shows that you have a deep spiritual connection to the earth and a deep spiritual understanding of life. Gaia, the Earth Mother, thanks you for the love and consideration you show towards her and the love you have for all living things. She encourages you to gently and lovingly share your wisdom and knowledge of the earth with others. Perhaps you may join with like-minded souls to share your message of love, or you may choose to do practical things to help the earth restore her balance and well-being. Yet this is not a call to preach to others. You are a beacon of light. Remain that way. Share your knowledge and wisdom only with those that are ready to hear it, and do not fear the earth changes that are taking place, for all is evolving and unfolding as it should. All the earth needs is a little more love. So I would suggest that the reason this is coming up is you're being asked, group number 1, to share your light, and that might not be what everybody wants to hear. So you have to be that lighthouse. The lighthouse doesn't go anywhere. It stays stationary and people see the light. So that impetuous decision, or that taking the path less traveled, is about being that light for the earth, no matter what anybody else thinks. And you may lose friends, you may lose family, you may lose the community that you've already lived in, always lived in, but it is for the better. It is, there is that deeper reason as to why you might do it, for the good of Gaia, for the good of the planet.
Yeah.
So the affirmation is, I am in communion with Mother Earth. I hear her call. I am grateful for her love and share her wisdom with others. I am a beacon of light. All evolves and unfolds through love.
Nice.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Very nice. So reading number 2.
2.
Okay. This comes up, this has come up a lot, this card, the 9 of Pentacles. So this is mission accomplished. Mission accomplished, group number 2. You've reached a level. I keep saying it. You've reached a level of accomplishment, but you don't know it. You don't know it because the unicorn card is to believe in yourself. So group number 2, have a good hard look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm okay. I'm doing it. I'm where I need to be. If you are doubting yourself or thinking you should have done more, or it's not good enough, that's the program telling you that. And I would challenge those concepts. You have to start believing in yourself in order to step into this next frequency and to acknowledge how far you've come, what you've learned, what you've successfully navigated. The second Ace of Wands, the second Rider-Waite card for this number 2 is the Ace of Wands, which is walking your talk. It's the speaking stick. It's actually living and walking as this new you. This is the situation. You have to be bright. You have to put aside those doubts you have about yourself and actually shine brightly. You have a lot to tell people. You have a lot to show people through example. Don't doubt who you are. Group number 2.
Nice.
Okay. Yes, it's beautiful. It is. It's a. I was going to say it's actually like a bit of a kick up the pants too. So get over yourselves, guys. Get over yourselves and acknowledge who you are, what you've done, and shine brightly. That's it. All right. Reading number 3.
Ooh.
So, choices again. The 7 of Cups is options and choices. Do you have too many? Can you narrow it down? The Rebirth card is looking with different eyes at the options that you have in front of you. Narrow down those options to what really means the most to you. Try and assess them from a heart space instead of that, what you've always done. The Judgment card is about seeing the world with new eyes. It's like you've been reborn. So instead of looking at your life through the lens of the past, look at your life through the lens of who you now choose to be. And it'll make your choices be very different. How you actually choose would be very different. Now, the next card is this one here. And the 2 of Pentacles is around balance, but I believe in this situation, it's around choosing joy, that you need more joy in your life. So the choices that you've made before have not had a basis in joy. If you could choose anything that you wanted, of course you would choose something joyful. Of course you would choose something fun. But we haven't been able to do that. We haven't felt free enough to do that or confident enough to do that. So the third group is saying, I'm asking the third group that in the choices you make this week, make sure there is joy in there. Make sure there is fun in those choices. It's a mark of maturity. It's a mark of growth. It's a mark of growing up when you make those choices for you that lift your heart and lift your soul.
Definitely.
So the last angel card for group 3 is passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in love, life, and career. So it's the joy. It's choosing joy. It's choosing what you are passionate about, what lifts your heart. So whether it's to do with relationships, whether it's to do with career, the choices that you're making this week around those two major issues, make sure you follow your passion. Make sure you follow what's fun and joyful in those choices. And the phrase that comes to my head is, and be damned what anybody else says. Don't worry about what anybody else says. Follow your own heart. And what makes you laugh and brings you joy. Estoy essa como que kambotsos te ashushietsa. Ize tushta como kukotsea. Ize testia saka atsi etushtu yomboko yetsamia. Ize tasti essa yoshusha asi ke kokambochena. Ize testia susa ki kembita sushte kamiatsa. Ezo tushte asusea tokumuyatsa kamite. Ezo tushta komoyatsa. Ezite shtuya shushietsa kama.
Nice. So, I mean, common theme again, listen to your heart, overcome the program and understand that, all these sort of beliefs that we're not good enough and that's just the program, and everyone else's opinion that's built up in your subconscious saying, you can't do that. So just, get over the program and trust, trust that it's all going to work out fine and that you're on the right path. And of course, you can't worry about what other people think, or else you're letting them live your life. The truth is we're not all going to the same place. A lot of stuff's going on. We all want different things. And so, if your choices are different to someone else's, well, it just means you're going somewhere different to them. It's got to be about happiness, doesn't it? Because if we hold ourselves back and make decisions for other people, then you're just going to spend your life unhappy, and that's just pretty silly. And at the same time, you won't make the people happy that you think you're making happy. So it's a waste of time. So
there's much to be said for that phrase, follow the path of joy. I mean, it's it's a well-worn phrase, but it is absolutely what you need to do, because the joy that you feel continues to increase, continues to make your frequency and your energy rise. And that's going to pull you into this next reality. But if you're making the decision because, that's what I think I have to do, or nobody will love me if I do that, you're heavy and full of doubt, full of maybe even regret that you might not really be looking at, because you push that aside in order to get that momentary acknowledgement and acceptance when you comply.
Yeah. If you fight for your restrictions, you get to keep them, right? That's the thing. And we've all got to choose, who we want to be and stand into that power at the moment. Obviously, we're going through a massive shift. It's pretty undeniable. So get out there, guys. What do you want to be? Where do you want to be? What future do you want to build? And this is the thing, when you're making decisions, where are they going to lead you? If you're thinking, it's my job, I've got to keep my job. Well, where are you going to be in a year if you make that decision? Where are you going to be in 2 years? You know, is there still going to be a job? Is it, you know, how many, you know, how many bio weapons are you going to have to get to keep that job as well? But if you look at it as what'll make me happy, it kind of takes a lot of the stress out, doesn't it? It's just, well, that'll make me happy. I'm going for that. And just, you know, bugger the rest. It doesn't matter. Babylon's falling, you know, just go out and make yourself happy. Just do, you know, build the life that'll make you happy and your family, and trust that, you know, you've got everything you need to do it. So I think, and follow your heart. I think that's pretty much the message we've got.
Yeah. And of course it's scary. And of course it's not easy, but that's the journey, making those hard choices, those somewhat difficult choices.
Yeah, and
doing what really resonates for you.
It's like you said at the start, you know, slow down the monkey mind, or, you know, the words and the left brain, and sit down and take some time and see what you really feel about things, rather than reacting and like, oh, I've got to do this, oh, they're threatening me with this, oh, I've got to do that. Just sit down and take some time. You know, we've all got 10 minutes, you know, and we've all got a lot more time than we think we have. So yeah, trust and don't rush, and make good decisions, and then follow through with action, of course.
Yeah.
Always.
Well said. Well said.
Thank you. All right. So I think I forgot to say the date at the start. So this reading was for Monday, the 4th of December to the 10th, wasn't it? Is that right? 5th of December. Oh, God.
It's Monday, the 6th.
6th of December to the 10th. Okay, there we go. I don't even know.
It's just for the
what year
next few days. It's the next few days.
Next few days. Whenever you see it. And yeah, we're in December. Can you believe it? What is it? You know, just over 3 weeks till Christmas. Well, 3 weeks till Christmas, pretty much. Less. God. So yeah, you know, we've got 21st coming up, which is the solstice. Then we've obviously got, you know, the New Year's, and we're into 2022, guys. So, you know, if ever there was a time to make some good decisions and some changes and step out on faith, you know, to make your life better, I'd say the time is now. Time's always now, of course, but definitely it's definitely now. So there you go, guys. Leave us a comment below. Let us know, you know, how this worked out for your week. And of course, Jo's channel link will be below. And if you did want a personal reading, we'll also leave a link so you can get in contact with Jo. And Jo also puts out a reading for the weekend. So every Friday, just keep your eyes peeled, and I post that as a post on this channel and also in Telegram. And thank you, Jo, for your time, and have a good week. And we'll talk to you on Friday. Oh, no, well, next week. We'll see you on Friday and talk to you next week.
Yeah.
And don't forget to check out the Om meditation below as well. Definitely.
Okay,
awesome.
doke.
All right. Thanks, Jo. Bye, everyone. Have an awesome week.
Bye.